The goddess in general has really been strong, uh, I guess, with me lately. I say the goddess in general because one of my beliefs is that all the goddesses are actually the same goddess, just with a
Yeah.
different outfit, maybe. Um, but I think that with me also doing the mantras from the Sandaria Lahiri, um, I think what I'm trying to say is that she's been popping up for me a lot lately, and the lesson that I'm learning is just how important the environment is when it comes to personal development and spiritual development. When I say the environment, I'm thinking in terms of Purusha Prakriti. Purusha being consciousness, Prakriti being matter, energy.
Mhm.
And from
Right.
what I'm seeing is that the goddess is creation. The goddess is earth. She is experience in general. When I say experience, I mean she is your five senses. And she is everything that you can pick up with the five senses. So literally everything is the goddess. We don't come to know God until we know what the goddess is. Because that how else can you separate the two? We don't get to know
Right.
consciousness until we fully know what matter is. And I think that she's been showing me just the different combinations that she expresses herself through, basically.
What
Like
is she
we,
showing you?
um, just more detail about the elemental forces, about what I consider maybe the fairy kingdom, and about how just things like how you can speak to the environment and it listens and it remembers. It doesn't have to be anybody there. All this time I thought I've been talking to myself. No, I've been talking to my environment, and it remembers and it echoes patterns. The stuff that you do in certain rooms over and over, it leaves a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the bathroom feels like a bathroom, don't it? Because you only do bathroom stuff in the bathroom. Hopefully,
Yeah.
the kitchen has kitchen vibes. It's not it's not just because it's the kitchen, it's because you do repeated activities there and it leaves an echo, it leaves an imprint. That's all part of how the goddess works. She is pattern. And so just I'm learning to be perceptive to my environment, to pattern, to what I put into the environment, what the environment puts into me. And I'm also picking up on how to expand my radar. I mean, I don't really leave my house, but there are patterns outside of my house, right? There's patterns that up your street, your neighborhood. There's a pattern at the local grocery store. Get like everywhere has its own signature, and these are all different parts of the goddess, which is your city, your hometown, right? Your state. What I'm saying is I'm learning to be very perceptive to the different parts of her. And that's what that mantra book is, the Sandarya Lahiri. That's what that book is. It's 108 or 103 verses of every part of her from head to toe. And I think in me studying that, I'm starting to see that reflect in my daily life.
Wow. Especially that you become more sensitive, like your energy is more awareness. I wouldn't say sensitive, but more like awareness, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
You have developed that.
I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you're gonna sense it because you've been doing this for so long.
Yeah. I think a big part of it is not necessarily just to see it and point it out because it's cool, but like I said, you cannot know God until you know the goddess first. You cannot know Father until you know Mother, right? Because we existed within Mother. We're still in the womb, right? Like I said, the five senses are her. It's not us. We think it's us. A child doesn't. One of the first phases of development is for a child to separate itself from its mother. I mean, I'm not a mother. I had a kid, but there's a moment where the baby believes that, you know, the mom belongs to it, and it belongs. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no sense of individuality yet. One of the first
Right.
stages is when that baby begins to separate and branch out on its own a little bit. And that process continues until you become a teenager and you branch out. Then you become an adult and you branch out. And then your physical body dies and then you branch out, from Big Mama, right? I think that process continues until we quote unquote return home or become consciousness again and re-impregnate matter. I don't know. But yeah, I'm seeing these patterns and these cycles. The reason we only see Mother Mary and baby Jesus is because all goddesses are the same goddess, but that baby is also the father. That baby grows up to become the father. That's why you don't see the father. Baby Jesus becomes God and then impregnates mater, mother again, and is reborn as the child, Osiris and Horus. It's a cycle that keeps repeating. That's Shiva Shakti, Purusha Prakriti.
Hmm.
I think the thing you said about like what you do and what you say in certain spaces and it creating like, an echo and whatnot was pretty thought provoking. Cause I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. And of course I live by myself. So I turned one of my rooms into a gym room. But recently, well, the past few months, I ended up changing it into a ritual slash meditation room. And I definitely get that vibe. Like at first it was a gym vibe, but now every time I step into that space, I get just like this wave of like serenity immediately every time I go in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy that you say that. It really makes sense.
Mm. So when you create, it was a gym room. First of all, what did you do to create it as the gym room? At what point did it become the gym room?
I just bought a whole bunch of gym equipment and worked out in it,
Mhm.
but then I ended up selling all that stuff. And
Okay.
yeah,
So of course, my next question is, when did it become that meditation room?
um, I I did at this point. I've done like at least 2 to probably 3 different rituals in that room, and I just decided that that would be the room I also meditate in because it's 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 just less stuff in it. I feel like I, I don't know. First of all, just because I was doing the rituals in there, I feel like it already kind of filled the space with that type of vibe to meditate in, if that makes sense. And also, it's just less stuff in that room. And I feel like when you're in like a clearer space, that does something.
I'm gonna ask a question that's different, but it's 100% related. Um, it'll be the second question. The first question is, do you drive?
Yes.
All right. So, at what point did you know that that was your car?
Uh, yeah. When I paid the bill for that motherfucker.
That okay. No, I get you. Is that when you knew it was your car? You didn't know before that?
uh, nah, low key, I kind of knew before I even started driving it that it was mine.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah.
do
You
you
knew.
remember when? Like, did you see
Um,
it? Like, yeah, like,
cause here's the thing, it kind of came out of nowhere. Like it's not even like under my name. It's really my uncle's whip. He ended up getting 2 cars back to back within 2 days. And as soon as I seen that car, I said he gonna let me end up driving that guy. And
mm,
long and behold, like a week and some change later, I started renting it out from him. So it's basically mine. I didn't have this thing for like 2 months.
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. There was the paying for it, whatever. That's the physical like anchor. That's the symbol. But like all of this stuff is really happening way before we plant that anchor. So that right there, that also ties into when I was asking you, like, when did it become the exercise room? When did it become the ritual room? When did you become a content creator, right? When did you when did you actually manifest whatever? Was it when it physically happened, or was there a point before? And if you can
Like,
look at oh, go ahead.
oh, I was just saying, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
If we can locate the common denominator between all these different experiences, perhaps there might be something there that we can reverse engineer.
Because, hey, for all those specific situations, it all started in the head. It all started mentally. I saw the space being a ritual space and then turned it into a ritual space.
It's funny because I remember being the kind of person who would talk myself out of it. Ah, you can't get that. You can't afford that. That's not you. You'll never do it. They're going to make fun of you. Talk myself out of it. I remember being that person. I don't do that shit anymore. There's a moment when it clicks. That's mine. And it might take some time, but it's going to manifest. When I feel that click, I just know, like, nothing can take me out of it. I remember when I saw these headphones. I didn't even. I mean, it's real simple, but it's like I was trying to decide whether I wanted those Apple headphones or these, and I automatically Apple is like the cool name brand, but I don't know. I saw some reviews and basically saying that these were the best ones. And I looked at that price, but I'd already made my decision, so hey, stuff like that is what I'm saying. There's a point where it clicks, and it's like now I can't talk myself out of it, even if I tried. Big things or small things. It's just everything is matter anyways. If you want something and your mind is in alignment with, I don't know, your power or whatever you want to call it, you'll produce the way to get it. You'll produce the way to get what you need every single time. No worries, no fears, no doubts. Spiritual authority.